Has Microsoft been oversupplied data centers? Why do we ask? Well, Microsoft, according to a recent report from TD Cowen, has canceled data center leases in the US worth a couple of hundred megawatts. So, Phil, on a spectrum of so what over here to the world is ending, where do you sit?
I usually sit somewhere between those two places, no matter what the topic is. It is not necessarily surprising that these companies that are taking very large swings at infrastructure deployments are doing essentially real-time analyses. It's something that we have to start being comfortable with digesting as an industry. To not say the sky is falling, I'm not necessarily so sure that a lot of the folks that are looking at it and saying it has something to do with like the quantum computing chip that Microsoft recently announced. I don't think those two things necessarily have anything to do with each other. I just think there's a lot of moving parts, and we're seeing it play out in real time.
It's really more about realignment, recalibration, and Microsoft's still committed to the $80 billion investment for this year. So it's not that they're pulling back, it's just realigning what their strategy is. A part of the challenge that we've had in this sector is this over-design and under-provisioning and underutilization of the resources. As a matter of fact, the entire lifespan of the technology sector is that we've always over-designed and under-provisioned.
It's important to remember, just from a scale perspective, a couple hundred megawatts, let's say 200 megawatts or so, represents around 2% of the 80 billion of capex that the company is projected to spend. It's not a massive amount for them to put the brakes on, right? And I should note that these projects that were sort of canceled, they're all sort of greenfield early stage projects. Hyperscalers, clients may walk away from sites that are still in the early stages, potentially even pre-development phase of these projects. This isn't necessarily a red flag. We still see that there's good, strong demand behind the AI growth curve.